Let's go to Montreal now. That's where we find CTV's Judy Trinh standing by for us. So, Judy, let's begin with the Greens now out of the debate. Tell us more. What are you learning?
Well, Marcia, you knew something was up. I walked into the studio where preparations were being made for the debates this morning, and what I could see were 4 podiums. And sure enough, within a few minutes of arriving just after 7 a.m., we saw that the Debates Commission had disinvited Jonathan Pedneau of the Green Party from the debates. The reason for that, as you have mentioned, is because of party viability. The Commission's definition of party viability, which says that parties must run candidates in 90% of the 343 ridings in Canada. Now, the Commission said that as of late, the Greens have decided to strategically reduce their number of candidates, and for that reason, it didn't meet their definition. But what we do know is that there will be more people tuning in today, this evening, because of the new time. It was going to clash with the religion of hockey. Marcia, as you know, hockey is huge in Quebec, and the Habs are playing the last possible game to make the playoffs. And there were concerns that people would not be tuning in to this French language debate, which is so important to Quebecers because their attention would be divided on the hockey game.
All right. Before I get to my next question, we should also mention, Judy, we're going to hear reaction from the Greens next hour. They're going to be having a live news event. In the meantime, Judy, this French debate in battleground Quebec is really going to be a test of Mark Carney's French. He's also the front runner, which means the other leaders will be piling onto him, no doubt. So talk to us about the challenge ahead for Carney tonight.
There is no doubt that of the 4 leaders who will be debating, Mark Carney's French is the weakest, and that is where he is vulnerable. But as he has openly said to various to reporters as well as on various shows, he believes that his French level is at a 6. He aims to improve, and he says that, you know, I think the strategy for him is not to try to go above and beyond what he has already said to Quebecers. They are not expecting fantastic French from him, but what Quebecers have wanted as their top issue is which leader will deal best with the trade threats with Donald Trump. Marcia, just in the past few days, we've heard that Donald Trump wants to go impose extra tariffs on the semiconductor industry as well as pharmaceuticals, which are 2 huge industries here in Quebec. The other issue is supply management. You'll recall that Donald Trump actually said that the tariffs or the duties put on milk products, dairy products coming from Canada that the U.S. has to fight against is unfair. So Quebec's major industries have been name-checked by Donald Trump, and that is what they will be focused on in this debate. But I can tell you that for the past couple of days and past couple of weeks, there have been core people around Mark Carney who only speak to him in French. He is trying to be immersed in it as much as possible, and he has been in Quebec for the past 2 days, or 3 days, just prepping. The other issue too, though, Marcia, is that on the election trail, he has only visited Montreal. He was supposed to do a stint in Quebec City as well as visit a dairy farm, but those visits didn't happen because he said he was forced to go back to Ottawa to deal with the issue of tariffs and hold those emergency cabinet meetings and phone calls with Donald Trump.
Okay, so a final thought from you then, Judy. Are we expected to see any of the leaders today ahead of the debate, or are they all hunkering down in preparation?
We do know that Pierre Poilievre will be holding a news conference. That will happen later this morning, as well as Mark Carney is going to be visiting a small business here in Montreal. So there is some activity. And Marcia, you know, there are 78 seats up for grabs here in Quebec. And I think that what you will see tonight, the person who has the most to lose in this debate would be Yves-François Blanchet. Polls show that his party has dropped 20%, 20 points behind the Liberals. And the Liberal path to governing is through Quebec. So you will see Yves-François Blanchet attack Mark Carney very very toughly. And you will also see Pierre Poilievre attack Yves-François Blanchet because the Conservatives also want those block seats because that will also allow them to stop a Carney win.